Hello everybody and welcome to the Average Tech Dad channel. My name is Toby and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to automate your business in under 10 minutes with AI. So with this particular tool, you can run your business even while you sleep. Just think about that. You can be making money while you sleep. Just without further ado, let's just get started. Let's jump right in and I'll show you how to do this in 10 minutes. Here we are on the Paperclip GitHub repo. So let's just take a look quickly. And as you can see, this is you can see paperclip AI slash paperclip, and you can just read a little bit about it here, which is an open source orchestration for zero human companies. Zero human companies. Okay, so if we come down lower, we can take a look at the website is over here, paperclip.ing. I love this. You see, they used ing, so it just spells paper clipping. That is really nice. That's a nice touch there. And some of the contributors here, good job, guys. And see, okay, so it works with OpenClaw, Claude Code, Codex, and yeah, so, oh, Claude Code. We call him Daddy Claude. You can build autonomous AI companies, different ages, 20 simultaneous Claude Code terminals, and it runs 24/7. That's lovely. Yeah, you can see just running with MPX Paperclip AI onboard dash dash. Yes. Okay, so just before we do that, let's just take a look at the website. So this is a lovely website. I think they just took a screenshot and put it on GitHub. Paperclip open source orchestration for zero human companies. Okay, and we can also confirm that this is the actual script to run the paperclip AI, which is the MPX paperclip onboard. Yes, this is a bring your onboard section, so you can see CEO, which is Claude, and then he can talk to CMO, which is an OpenClaw, and we can see Cursor and a few others. That's nice. That's lovely. And okay, so let's just jump right into the terminal. So hi guys, if you run the command and you are unable to install paperclip, yeah, so you might not have Node.js installed, so you need to go over to nodejs.org to get that installed. So you can follow the documentation, it's pretty simple. And then the next thing you'll need to have is something like Gemini CLI. It is also straightforward. The installation script is similar to what you have on paperclip, which is your npm install-g Google at Google/Gemini CLI. Just copy this, paste it, and it will ask you to sign in with your Google account, and you can get in. It's free, but there's some restrictions, but you can use it for free. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're in the terminal now, and we need to paste the command. I'm going to paste that in, and we're going to hit enter, which is going to install paperclip on your computer. It just asking showing that the version number, and do you want to proceed? Yes, we just press enter and it should install and start up paperclip in a second. So we can see paperclip is installed, and here is the IP address and the port number. We could put that in our browser to open it up, or I think you could just click it in your terminal to open it up. So we'll do that. So we have paperclip right here, and then it's asking us for our company name. So that's Average Tech Dad and Sons Limited. Catchy name, by the way. And we are just going to give it like a mission. What's your company mission? You need to take this seriously because this is where you define your company goals and missions and stuff like that. This is a real company I'm setting up right now. So I'll just put that in there. Go next, and it's going to ask you for who your first agent. Basically, think of it as your first employee. Who is your first employee? So the first employee for me would be the chief creative officer. Down at the adapter tab is asking which of the agent adapters we want to use, the AI adapters, and we're just going to go to more because we want to use Gemini CLI. So we're going to click on Gemini CLI here, and once we're done, we're just going to hit next. And we're in the next page now, and it's asking us to give it a task. So basically, what do you want this chief executive officer to do? What's his first assignment in office? You want to hire a chief, you are the chief creative officer, you set the direction of the company, hire content strategist, write a hiring plan and break the roadmap into concrete tasks and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, he's gonna do all of this. So we're going to hit next, and it just gives you one more page to review everything you have done. So your company name, who your first employee is, and what his first task would be as the chief creative officer. So we're going to hit create, and let's get started. So while he's looking for the right candidates, we're just going to let him do his job. We can take a look at the dashboard while he's doing that. So we can see up here we have new issues. This is where you tell your staff what to do for you. By the time we hire a bunch of staff, you can instruct them on what to do. This is the dashboard which shows you what's going on and how much it is going to cost you to run your company, or how much it's costing you in AI bills to run your company. Because just as a side note, it isn't exactly free. If you're running this as using maybe Claude Code or some other agentic AI platform like Codex and the other, they ask you to pay monthly. So just think about it as the cost of running your business. You know, personally, I have a Google Pro subscription, so think about it for me running my company for $20 a month. So we're just going to go to the inbox. This is where we see what's happening currently now, what the chief creative officer is trying to do. He's hiring a content strategist as we speak now. No, these are not real humans, by the way. These are AI agents. He's hiring an AI agent that's going to be trained on how to be a content strategist. So we can go down to issues to see what's going on, which is similar to what the inbox is doing, and what your company goals, which we set initially. So you can actually add additional goals if you want your company to have, because many companies have more mission statements and more goals, so you can add all of that. And this is the onboarding. This is because this is the first thing we're doing. We haven't started any projects. This is a brand new company, so, and we're still in the phase of hiring a content strategist. So that is the onboarding project. So but you can add new projects if you come here, click plus. You can add a new project, maybe something else you want to do, maybe like create your first YouTube video, create your first what I call it, draft for a script or whatever. So we can do all of that. And down here you would have your agent. Once he's done hiring the content strategist, and once we approve of the agent, then they will appear on this list. So down here we have the company details, like the organogram. So down here we have the organogram. When you click on it, it's going to open up and you have the organogram. This is going to show you the chart of the company and the employees and how they are in a hierarchy. So, but we don't have any other employees yet because we're still in the hiring phase. And then we can come down. There are more skills we can add if you want to add additional skills, which we'll go into in a different video. And this also is the cost of running the company, how much it's going to cost you to complete one task. So when an AI completes a task, it's going to show you how much it costs to complete that task. But because we're using a subscription, it's just going to take out of your subscription. So whatever you have paid, think of it like, okay, this is the upfront cost of running your company. It's going to take some money out of that to execute some tasks. So if you come down here, we are going to see what the activity is going on. And then also, if you come down here, see the settings. So here we can change the company name, add your tagline, your motto, your description, whatever it is. You can change your logo here. You can change your brand colors here, and you can do other things here. Uh, Down here, if you want to delete the company, you can also delete the company, and you can have more than one company here. So you can just click on this, add a company, and you can add a new company, and then the process just repeats itself. So you can have two companies running. Maybe you're doing this as a YouTube creator, and then you have a different channel who is running maybe your tech business, maybe building websites and stuff like that. You can have a different company doing that for you. So, and then let's just go and check on our inbox. I think something has happened. So yes, I think it has found somebody for us. It has found a chief marketing officer. Okay, not exactly what we told him to look for, but I think it made a decision. So it says our content strategist, which is a chief marketing officer, and we can see what the capabilities are, which is owns marketing, content strategy, and brand operations. Beautiful. I don't mind that. So we can either hire him or reject him and ask, maybe we look for some other agent to do the job. I keep saying him. I'm so sorry. I just it's so let's so but just to give a little bit human feeling to this thing. So we can just click on approve, which will then hire him. So whoa, we have hired our first employee, which is lovely. So just quickly, we can just ask the employee to do something for us, so we see how a company runs. So we can just create a new issue and upload anything we want. So as additional context, maybe we have some other notes or documents written somewhere else, we can upload that so that this agent can work with your documents so it knows what it's doing. Right now, yeah, I think, yeah. He has been given the task to do, so he's working on the task now. I just clicked on him, and you can see that he's currently working on the assignment right now. So we're just going to wait. There you have it, guys. It just created the task, which is to create a YouTube video on the iPhone 17. If you click on it, we're going to see what the plan was and the output is. So we can see what the hook was, the lineup, the iPhone Air deep dive, different thing just gives you a lot of things to look at. The agent has completed his first task, and this is how you do it. And that's it, guys. I know Average Tech Dad and Sons was a concept, but the tools were real. They did help me automate my business. Don't forget to subscribe for more $0 experiments like this one. Are you ready to put your business on autopilot? Subscribe today and hit the bell icon. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.